You may have touched on this before, but sync agents, yay or nay? Um, I think for sure sync agents can be really valuable. I think they're really, though, structured and set up for a particular type of artist and producer. And if you guys are wanting to do sync licensing full time, meaning you want to create music and content that can be placed on TV shows, and you really want this to be your full time gig, you're not trying to put out original music on Spotify, or putting out music videos, or trying to tour, or do anything sort of like public facing, trying to build a fan base. If you're not in that side of things, but you really just want to do TV film work, I don't think sync agents are probably the best fit for you. They are really more set up and geared towards being able to help an artist that already has albums out there online, already has music streaming, already is on tour, already has a bit of a fan base, maybe big or small. They represent artists of all sizes, actually. But essentially, a sync agent is just going to pitch and represent your music essentially for the TV film world while you do your artist thing. Okay. So it's really not a primary focus for these artists. It's really more of a secondary, hey, I might as well put my music out there, try to get some placements, and maybe get some extra income from this, extra exposure, extra income. So, very smart if that's your plan. If you're trying to build a public fan base, definitely. Why wouldn't you want somebody to just sort of represent your music also to the TV film world? But sync agents are not like libraries, in that libraries are in the business of gathering essentially a large library, a catalog of music, and then attracting multiple different clients that can come in and pick the music whenever they need to and get tons and tons of placements for us. Okay. So a sync agent is usually going to be a one person or maybe a couple people, sort of a boutique, like mom and pop operation. And they're probably going to be working on only a handful of projects at a time. Like they might have a couple supervisors coming to them and a couple of, who knows, right? Just TV producers or directors or something like that. And so they're probably going to be looking for one track at a time for one particular placement, for one project essentially. So it's great if you're not expecting to build a lot of full-time income from that, because it's like, hey, if our tracks just happen to be right for this, opportunity that the sync agent is working with, great, we'll do it. But with a library, what you're doing is you're casting a much larger net. Okay, so with one library, you can have a reality TV show production company that has 10 different shows, and they need music for all those shows. There can be an ad agency that has a bunch of advertisements coming out, and they need to actually pick out a la carte or have some custom music made for their big advertisements that are going all over the place. You could have trailer houses coming to get some music. You could have documentary producers. You could have anybody essentially coming to a library and saying, we need music. So that's why I think the numbers are just much more stacked in your favor when you work with a library. If you want it to be your full-time gig and you want to kind of follow the sort of strategy that I've employed, which is building up a slow, steady pace of passive income through those royalties and those back-end placements. Sync agents, they'll probably see some of those placements where it's like, yeah, you'll see 20, 30, 40, 50,000, maybe even $100,000 sync fees for sure. Like they'll probably see some really, really big opportunities. But again, the chances of your music being right for that opportunity at that particular time, right, you can see that your chances are pretty low. Only one of them is going to get it. Maybe you, maybe not, probably not, right? Chances are it won't be. But with a library, yeah, there'll be many opportunities where your music's not exactly the right fit, but there's a lot more opportunities to make yourself available to. Does that make sense? I hope it does. But that's why I'd say it's for some types of producers and musicians, but not all. So for me, it wouldn't be a right fit because I just want to make music for TV film. I'm not trying to put out public music and trying to get a fan base and trying to have a viral video or a viral hit or anything like that. So it's just, you got to decide, I think, where you want to go, what your priorities are, and then make your choice from there.